Well, hello everybody, welcome back here to the live extended coverage all the way to the finish here of both the men's and women's English Amateur Championship for 2022. As you can see, we've caught up with the women again. We've got Abbie Teasdale and Davina Xanh in this group. Here we are at the seventh here, second set of 18, and it's Davina Xanh who is one up in this match so far. Played over 36 holes in total. Here they are at the seventh, second time around. I can tell you, Joe Sullivan, he is 3 up against George Ashe. Now, once we've just watched the ladies go down 8, we are going to head off and catch up with the men all the way through to the finish. Is Joe Sullivan going to hold on and become the 2022 English Amateur Champion, or can George Ashe fight back on the back 9? They're currently on the 9th. Here we are at the 7th. We're going to catch up with him shortly, but not just yet. We're going to stick with the ladies for this and the 8th hole too before rushing off to catch up with the men. Davina doesn't look too happy with that one. It's not actually that bad. I think she'll be pleasantly surprised when she sees that. I think she thought it was going to catch the ridge and go the wrong side, but actually it's not too bad a shot. In fact, there's not too much to call between both her and Abbie. In fact, if anything, Davina's ball was a little bit closer. So here we are, Davina Xanh, Abbie Teasdale going toe-to-toe in the final of the 2022 Women's English Amateur Championship. Who is it going to be? Remember, we can see your comments. We want to hear from you. Do comment below and get in touch with us. Best place to do that is if you head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube. There's a link in the body of this broadcast, wherever you're watching it from. Give it a click, and if you comment in the chat section, we can show your comment on screen. Yes, we want to hear from you. And if you want to find out more about the English Amateur Championship or England Golf in general, there is also a link in the body of this broadcast. It takes you straight through to the England Golf website, www.englandgolf.org. Here they come now. So Davina Xanh just leading the way at 1 up in this tournament. It's actually Abbie Teasdale walking towards us right now. So Abbie in the white skort, navy blue top. Davina Xanh has the black shorts on, and sort of the blue, grey, green top on, and black cap. And so Abbie makes her way onto the green here. George Ashe, Joe Sullivan going toe-to-toe at the minute. So far though, Joe Sullivan is hanging on. Every emotion as it captures live. We're with the women at the minute, just for a hole or so before we dash off to catch up with the men, but we will be back with the women as well right to the finish. So don't worry, you'll see every emotion, and you'll see that winning shot, that winning emotion, and you'll hear from the winner live in this broadcast. Do not go anywhere else. This is it, all the way through to the finish. It's going to be huge. So it's Abbie Teasdale to go first here. Nice chip up from Abbie, come round a little bit. I'll tell you what, that is a lovely shot. Oh, my word. Why is the gallery? They are applauding. I was going to say, why they're not applauding, and they certainly are. Davina Xanh now, can she go close as well? Abbie with a magnificent shot to put a bit of pressure on. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh. Well, these two ladies certainly are pretty handy with their short play, and very respectable from Abbie Teasdale to pass the ball back. So Teasdale then needs to make this putt. She make it. And she does. Great stuff. That was what a wonderful time to pick up the two ladies here. Superb golf from Abbie Teasdale and Davina Xanh. Davina Xanh stays one up here as we move to the 8th for par 4. 260 yards for the ladies. I'll go get the buggy and I'll meet you through there. Whilst we make our way through, you can see the galleries are really starting to fill out. If you are in the area, please do come down. We'd love to hear from you. A bit quiet after tee for Abbie Teasdale, but I think it's going to be absolutely fine. In fact, it's a very nice shot indeed. It's just to the right side of that bunker there, short of it, so safely on the fairway to the right, and actually probably perfect. Has a great approach shot into the green. What can Davina do? Quite interesting to see, isn't it? That it looks like Abbie quite often prepares to go with a fairway wood, whereas Davina likes her long irons. Looks a nice shot as well. Does it hold? I think so. Right. We're going to make our way down here, catch the action. Let's just pop that live leaderboard up onto the screen so you can see how things are going across the board here at Lindrick. It is the final live extended coverage right to the very end of both the men's and women's English Amateur Championship here at Lindrick. Let's head on down. We're going to follow the girls all the way down to the green here, watch them hole out, and then we're going to race off to the boys because there's a lot going on between George Ash and Sullivan as well. It is Joe Sullivan. He is currently 3 up at the minute. Can he hold on? Can George Ash fight back and claim the title for himself? George Ash, of course, there's a huge following with the men. George Ash is a Yorkshireman himself, so no surprise there that the Yorkshire crowd have gathered today. In fact, you might be able to see, if I just pop the camera just off to our left a little bit, I don't know if you can see that. That is the extent of the gallery following the men, both George and Joe. It's huge, isn't it? We've got a decent sized gallery here as well, both following Abbie and Davina too. So let's keep on going down.
Can you get me to the pen?
So we're going to make our way down to the green here. So we're racing down now to green side here. Catch up with the action for both Abbie Teasdale and Davina Xanh. Abbie Teasdale from Royal Fremantle, Davina Xanh from Mendip Springs. And both girls looking to make a career-changing move here at the English Amateur Championship. Good friend of ours, Nick Marsh, a former champion as well. Last year, John Goff took the title in the men's. We were there for that too. And here we are, live right now, all the way to the finish. No more breaks, no more cutting off. This is live to the very end. So here is Davina. We just saw some exemplary short play at 7. And Davina looks a little bit frustrated with herself again. I'm just trying to get a little bit more roll out, hopefully. Is there a slight whiff of opportunity for Abbie here? She can put it close. And it is closer. Good shot from Abbie Teasdale there. The pressure is on a little bit here. Now I've got some breaking news for you as well. Joe Sullivan has just moved to 4 up against George Ash. We're just going to watch the girls hole out, then we're going to race off to catch up with the boys. So Joe Sullivan 4 up through 28 against George Ash over in the men's section. We will head there as soon as we've watched the 2 girls hole out here. As it stands for the Women's English Amateur Championship, it is Davina Xanh. She is 1 up in this match. This is the 8th green, second set of 18, 36 holes in total if required. More if needs be, because we could go to a playoff. We have to have an outright champion here today at Lindrick, and we will, and you will see it and you will feel it live right here with us. Do not go anywhere. So Davina, what can she do here? It's just taking a little bit of time to get a read, and it's important, this. It's going to be short. It's going to be short. Hasn't quite got the legs. Oh my word, fantastic. So there we go. We go all square between Davina Xanh and Abbie Teasdale, and she pulled it back. So all square in this match between the two women here. It is close, it is tight, and it is going to go all to the way. This one that match that we think might not go all the way is George Ashe and Joe Sullivan. Joe Sullivan 4 up at the minute. They're a few holes ahead as well. We're going to race up and catch up with them, so don't go anywhere. Before we do that, we've got a little video to play for you about England golf and Together in Golf. Don't go far, we'll see you shortly. welcome back everybody. As you can see, we're just about to cut through the trees here at Lindrick to catch up with the men's. I think as George might have just pulled one back there. We will find out for you very shortly. We're just going to race our way through. We've got to go underneath the tunnel here, so we'll let them all clear through and go through. Then we're going to catch up with them. We'll watch them down 12, 13, all the way home until we have our champion. Who is it going to be? Now, a little bit earlier, we did have the pleasure as well of catching up with Joe Sullivan, who is leading the way in the men's English Amateur Championship. We caught up with him as he just finished his first set of 18 and came in at 3 up. And here's what he had to say. Roll VT. Solid first set of 18 there, please.
Yeah, very happy. I mean, 3 up to come into the half, and I'm excited to get to the next 18. So yeah, very pleased.
Weather's been a bit up and down. Has that been a factor, or is it not bothered? Same for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, same for everyone, definitely. But lots of pars out there, and I feel like just wait for him to make mistakes and then kind of pounce on that. So yeah, definitely.
Tell us about your experience this week. You have to play a lot of golf, don't you, just to get here?
Yeah. I tell you what, I've said to my mate, it feels like I've been here forever, and it has. It's been a week, so it's been a lot of golf, and 36 holes the last 3 days, and geez, yeah, it's been a while, but I'm excited to almost be at the finish now, so yeah.
Super. Look, go get rested, go get some tweaks. You've still got to get back out again. Best of luck for the second set of 18. So there you go, that was Joe Sullivan as he was coming off 18 because we are just trying to drive through and race our way through. A little bit earlier as well, it wasn't just the men we caught up with, we caught up with the women as well, thank you very much. And we caught up with Abbie Teasdale as well, and here's what she had to say after her first set of 18. Quick word, that's exactly how you wanted to finish the first set of 18, a little bit of momentum building for the second 18. How was it out there?
Yeah, I struggled a bit with my iron shots, but hopefully this afternoon will be better.
Yeah, I mean, you've learned a lot, I imagine, from the whole week, I imagine. What has it been like? Because you have to play a lot of golf just to get here, don't you?
Yeah, no, I played back in Australia, I played the WA Amateur. It's just exactly the same as this, so I'm kind of used to it, but it's good to be playing in England. There's
been a lot of support for you back in Australia. Would you like to say anything to anybody out there?
I just want to thank everybody, especially my home club, because they've done amazing stuff for me. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Fantastic. Well, look, I'll let you go get some rest, get something to eat, and we'll see you for the next set of 18. Best of luck. There we go. Give me a score as well. Right, welcome back everybody. There you go. That was Abbie Teasdale. We've just been seeing her. In fact, she just pulled it back to all square with Davina Xanh in the Women's English Amateur Championship final. Here we are now, though, with George Ash and Joe Sullivan. We're going to stay with the men through to the finish. Now, we just heard a big roar. I'm just waiting to get confirmation. I wonder if my producer can help me out and maybe tell me, did George Ash just win that last hole and pull it back and only go 3 down? He was 4 down. Joe Sullivan was 4 up, but what's just happened? So we think Joe is still 4 up. You might be able to see them on the tee box. And George is about to play. God, what a beautiful swing. Effortless, isn't it? So we're going to make our way down to the boys' tee now. Thanks, guys. Everybody's having a good time here. Look at it. We're going to try and blast our way through the galleries here. We've got Ian McFarlane here. There's James Crampton ahead, the tournament director for England Golf. And they're making about as much progress as we are, but look at all the people walking down. This is magnificent to see, isn't it? It really is. This is what we love about the sport, isn't it? So many people getting involved. Remember, do have your say, comment below. We can see your comments. If you head over and subscribe to Live Sport Now on YouTube. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. We can show your comments on screen as well. And once we can just clear and get to some open fairway, we can race through with the boys. There is Joe Sullivan just off to my left. How's it going, mate? All right? Yeah? Must be pleased with how things are going. Pleased with how things are going? Yeah.
Cruising. He just needs some steady calm, that's it.
Yeah. Still 4 up, or is it?
3.
3. So there you go, confirmation there. It's 3 up. George Ash did win that last hole, so there's your confirmation. So George Ash managed to pull one back at the last. So it is Joe Sullivan. It is 3 up against George Ash here. This is the 12th second set. We're going to race down a little bit further and try and just get a little bit ahead and get a bit of headwind so we can give you the best shot possible. We don't really want to shoot through crowds and crowds of people, but we're going to have a nice shot over this side. So we'll stay this side as they're going to come around and play their second shots here. We'll head down to the green, shall we? Let's go down that way and walk them in. So just bear with us whilst we do whiz round. We'll head over here. And we're going to park up down here because apparently this is where we go for the 13th. So streams and streams of people here at Lindrick. What an incredible sight it really is. You're looking at George Ash versus Joe Sullivan, and it is Joe Sullivan 3 up here. We are starting to get to the closing stages of the Men's English Amateur Championship, just to confirm with the women, Davina, Xanh and Abbie Teasdale locked together, all square. They are on their second set of 18, 36-hole final playoff for the English Amateur Championships. Big thank you as well. Of course, we're at Lindrick, but just down the road at Worksop Golf Club as well. They've been co-hosts this week. A big thank you to Worksop and everybody here at Lindrick. What an exceptional tournament they have been able to host, and it's a big thank you to the clubs, the volunteers, everybody involved that are able to put these incredible tournaments on. Oh, stops dead. Lovely shot. Just stop, stop, stop. Oh, what's a shot. George Ash going for this. Can he pull off an almighty comeback here? He was 4 down just 2 holes ago. He's now 3 down. What can he do here? He's got a great opportunity to pull another one back. What can he do? Can he make it happen? Is Joe starting to feel a bit of pressure? We just spoke to his caddy. I don't know if you heard as we were driving down, he just said, look, he just needs to make a few steady passes, Joe, just to settle the nerves a little bit. Here we are, the 12th, the players marching down. So Joe Sullivan just marks his ball. In fact, the green does just slide away as to where it came to rest. So he's got quite a tricky read there, because it's going to go, it's not a straight putt, it's going to go slightly off as soon as he hits it. See George Ash, what a wonderful second shot in that was. George Ash out of Hallows, he's a Yorkshireman himself, so there's a lot of support. He's certainly the home favourite, is George Ash. Joe from Wild Ashdown, course we know very well, beautiful course as well, a lot further south from here though. Here is Joe Sullivan. Oh, he got the read on that quite very well. It's a great effort from there. George very kindly says, have it back. So, if George can sink this, he pulls another one back and wins back-to-back holes. And the lead will be cut to just 2. There's a moment. There's Sam Bairstow, by the way, holding the flag. Of course, played in the Open this year. Just been playing on the DP World Tour. Oh, big roar from the crowd, a fist pump from George Ash, and suddenly the lead is cut again, and now it's only 2.
Just looking at your viewing this morning, I didn't think you was going to get you away from Bacon Hut.
Didn't want to leave her. So there's George, there's Sam. That's George Mason there on the left as well. He's been playing in the tournament, a very capable golfer himself too. And I'm probably going to have to let the galleries clear before we move the buggy. We'll let them do that. I believe it's just a short walk through to the tee box, so we'll nip through. Let's just pop that live leaderboard on the screen, shall we? See how the women are getting on as well. I wonder if I can get an update on that.
Unlock that. At the top left. Unlock.
So here we come, look at this, the crowd, and just as the sun starts to come out too. In fact, we're just going to whiz down halfway, I think, because otherwise we're going to end up getting stuck here forever, I think. So let's whiz our way down. Look at this, the long 13th here. It's a beautiful sight now that the sun has decided to come out. People are parting our way for us as well. Thanks guys, thank you. And we'll head off. Let's go over to the right, shall we? Let me get the best possible shot of these players. As we might struggle to see them a little bit, but we'll follow the ball, see where it ends up. We'll tuck ourselves over here on the right, so we're out of the way, and see if we can see where the ball ends up getting. So it sounds like we've got a couple of boy races just going on the road past us as well. That's not very helpful. I do have your say. Please do comment below. Remember, we can see your comments. If you do head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube, there is a link in the body of this broadcast, and comment on that channel. We can show it on screen. You can comment on Facebook as well. Do comment on Twitch. We're also on Twitter at England Golf. And LinkedIn as well. That's actually my personal LinkedIn, Ian Waterhouse. So please do connect with me if you're watching this. We clearly do have similar sort of interest. There's the first ball come to rest. That will be George's ball, of course. So George Ash safely found a lovely shot, safely onto the fairway there. He's really coming to form now on this back nine. And it's just hit the right time to do it. And a nice solid shot there too. We'll stay here and watch their shots as they go further up. So fairly good, fairly safe, fairly solid opening tee shots here at the 13th. Unlucky for some, but so far not for these two players. So we are going all the way to the finish now. No more interruptions, no more breaks. Live to the very end here of the men's English Amateur Championship, and then we're going to drop back. We haven't forgotten about the women. We were with them at the start of this broadcast. We are going to head back to Abbie Teasdale and Davina Xanh as well. But it is Joe Sullivan 2 up through 30 now. Davina Xanh has made another move. She's won another hole. She's now 1 up through 25. So Davina has got her nose back out in front again. In fact, I don't think she's fallen behind yet in the final. And once again, Davina has just got her nose ahead in the final against Abbie Teasdale. So Davina Xanh is 1 up through 25 in the Women's English Amateur Championship final. And it is Joe Sullivan. He's 2 up through 30. We are now on the 13th here, the second set of 18. 2 holes ago, though, he was 4 up. So George Ash is a man on form. Now I'm going to go and see if I can have a quick chat actually with Sam Bairstow. Of course, played in the Open, Sam Bairstow recently, just been playing on the DP World Tour as well. I'm not going to disturb the players, but Sam Bairstow is on the bag. Let's see if we can grab a word with him. Sam? I'm very well. More importantly, how are you?
Alright. A bit tired carrying these bags.
Oh yeah. Not used to it. Somebody normally does it for you, don't they?
I know, yeah.
Tell me.
It's usually him.
Of course, well, he caddied for you at the Open. How was it?
Yeah, it was good, yeah. It was a good experience. Didn't play very well on the 3rd day, but apart from that, no, it was good. It was good to see where my game was really compared to the best in the world, I suppose. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the rest of the year got in store for you?
Got home internationals next week for England, and then going to the USAM week after, so should be good.
Not bad
looking
life,
forward to it. No.
Not bad life,
No,
thanks,
not
Sam.
too bad.
Good to see you, mate. Take care. Good luck as well to George. Here you go, Sam Bairstow there.
Did your batteries run out?
Yeah. So here is Joe Sullivan. Was he a bit left? Oh, I think it might have dropped into that bunker. Furthest one up on the left. Has it not? It's gone up, has it? Thank you, Leo. So I sense that George Ash might smell a bit of blood here again. A lot of support for George Ash here. We're in South Yorkshire. He's a Yorkshireman himself. 30 holes the two have played. Oh, lovely shot. Just going to go grab the buggy. 30 holes the two have played, and only 2 have separated them so far. And only 1 hole separating Davina, Xanh and Abbie Teasdale in Davina's favour. We're going to make our way up. Let's just pop that leaderboard on the screen very quickly, just so you can see how things are looking. And I believe I'm waiting to get confirmation. If somebody could tell me clearly, that would be great. And it looks like it's changed a little bit. It looks like, so Davina and Abbie are now tied through 27. So there's nothing to choose between both the girls there. So Abbie Teasdale and Davina Xanh, they are locked horns together, tied through 27. And George Ash has got an opportunity here to make it 3 wins in a row, 3 hole wins in a row. If he can close this one out as well, and that would really wipe out a huge, huge deficit that there's been. So it's good to hear from Sam Best that George Ash was on his bag actually at the Open, and Bairstow's now paying a favour, isn't he? And he's holding the bag for George Ash. So it was actually a pretty good shot by Joe Sullivan, wasn't it, in the end? Oh. He tells him to take it away, but an opportunity, almost mirror image of the 12th. Expect an almighty roar if this goes in from George Ash. So there's a lot of work to do. Oh,
Great putt.
wow. Okay, momentum is shifting, and now suddenly it changes. Joe Sullivan is now only 1 up. Can you believe it? He's gone from 4 up 3 holes ago to only 1 up now. He's still got hold of the lead, but at the minute, wow, oh wow, oh wow. You enjoy the tee off whilst I'm just going to go bring the buggy round. Oh boy, do we have a game on our hands now. I mean, this would be a remarkable comeback, wouldn't it? This would be quite something. Let's just enjoy the sight of all of these people. I'm not making this up when I say it looks like there's more people here than at some European Tour events. Don't put the camera over there. George is just having a little call the nature break. But here we are then. This looked like it was almost a done deal not so long ago. We've come down here at just the right time, haven't we? 4 up when we joined, well, I think it just dropped to 3 up for Joe Sullivan when we joined the group here. Now it's 1 up for Joe Sullivan, so he's still got the advantage, but only just. Because it's wonderful to see so many people, but of course the hard thing is just navigating your way through them all. But look at it, what a sight. Let's just pop that leaderboard on the screen very quickly, just so you can see how things are going in the women's side of things as well. Don't worry about that, we have not forgotten. We will be catching up. Thanks. And so Davina has won another hole as well. I just want to grab a word with George Mason if we can as well whilst we're here. Let me see if I can grab him. George, let's have a quick chat, buddy. Yeah, of course. Why not? Why wouldn't we? Come this side, mate. Come this side. I'll even give you a little tour on the caddy if you like. George is going. Suddenly pulled this back, hasn't he?
He has at minute, but still a long way to go. So see what happens next few holes.
Now, you've played him in this tournament.
Yeah.
He's clearly a man on form.
He is. He's playing very well to him. Probably not at his best days. Probably done well to stick in as much as he has. But
is that what it's a case of? Because you've got to play so much golf just to get to this level. You know it only too well.
Yeah, you have, and you're not have your best stuff all week. But it's about sticking in when you aren't, and you probably aren't today. But he's stuck in, and he's just started playing well now. So hopefully he can get this all out of the way and scramble probably an half out of this, and then move on.
Absolutely, great to see you. Just quick, what are you doing the rest of the year? What are your plans?
I've got Yorkshire 6-man team next week, and then European Tour qualifying school later on. So see what happens.
Just say don't forget your old mate Ian when you're a big superstar, right?
I don't know about that, Ian.
Yes.
Cheers.
Take care, George. Yeah, I think. Sorry, Lynn. Yeah, as we just heard from George, I didn't actually see where it went off the tee, so it looks like George is in a little bit of trouble here in the thick stuff. He can scramble this and get away with halving the hole because Joe Sullivan is perfectly placed over there on the right on the fairway. So a lot of work to do for George Ash. He does not want that momentum to stall now, does he? And it's well out. Oh, lovely, lovely. Best thing he could have done from there, and he stuck it plumb centre of the fairway, giving himself an opportunity. Joe Sullivan now his second shot though, so an opportunity for Joe, which he's going to have to take if he's going to build a bit of momentum back into this. He's still 1 up, is Joe Sullivan. But it's getting close, as is the women's as well. Davina's out. Oh my word, what a shot, I think, by Joe Sullivan. He's just put it just off to the left by the green. So good stuff. So we'll make our way down there now. Let's just pop that leaderboard on the screen whilst we head on down. And you can see how things are getting on in the women's side, and confirmation of how things are going here right in front of you for the Men's English Amateur Championship final. I still cannot believe the amount of people here. Leon, my technician and cameraman alongside me. Leon, this has got to be, in fact I'm going to put the microphone to Leon because you don't get enough credit for this. Leon's holding the camera for everybody, doing a great job, and it's a heavy old thing, isn't it, Leon? But is this the biggest crowd we've ever seen, I think? It's huge, isn't it? It is absolutely huge. Helped, of course, by George Ash being a local lad himself. You've probably heard from the roars that we've had so far. We'll just get a good look at his face for his. This will be his third shot here. And Sullivan is just, he's got a nice short approach into the pin. Sun just comes, when the sun comes out, it really is nice. Now George knows this is going to have to go close, and it's gone well left, and I think this might be a dropped hole here for George Ash, and an opportunity for Joe Sullivan to get things back going again. Now I'm pleased to say I've got my reporter down with the women, Abbie Teasdale and Davina. Ashley Lambill's down there, so he's going to keep feeding me through a bit of information as to what is going on with the women's side. Last time we checked, of course, Davina was 1 up in that match. Both games are going to go right down to the wire. A total of 36-hole final, and these players have played an awful lot of golf. Both the quarters and semi-finals were yesterday, so they had to play 36 yesterday. They obviously got to play up to 36, potentially more, of course, so we could still have a playoff. We have to have a winner today, and if we're all square at the second set of 18, then we'll go to a playoff. All right, confirmation actually, there's been a change. It's actually Abbie who's 1 up through 29, not Davina. So Abbie Teasdale, for the first time in the match, takes the lead. She's 1 up through 29 against Davina in the women's final. George in the bunker. This pretty much has to go in. This has to go in for George Ash. Otherwise Joe Sullivan's going to 2 up. Slight minor miscalculation, but George's chances of winning the hole have gone. This has to go in. He's got to hope that Joe misses to half the hole. So he's going to take his time. He's going to think about it. He's not going to rush it. Oh, and it's Mr. Joe Sullivan. We'll go back to 2 up here. So, good stuff indeed for Joe Sullivan. He stops the rock there, a loss of 3 straight holes comes to an end, and he gets another win. And Joe Sullivan goes 2 up as we come to the 15th, second set of 18. What are you doing? Not bad, mate. Yourself? Good. So a Porsche tee shot for George Ash there at 14, cost him dearly. Absolute ripper from Joe. Par 4, 360 yards, 15th. Oh, nice. Ooh. So great shots, both tee shots there for both George and Joe. We're going to make our way down now very, very shortly. We are just going to enjoy the sights a little bit whilst we do that. Let's just pop that live leaderboard up onto the screen so we can see how things are going with the women as well. Last time we checked, Abbie Teasdale finally leading the way and 1 up in the Women's English Amateur Championship final. Now, we will be catching up with the women's as well. The reason we came actually to the men's is because when we came here, Joe Sullivan was 4 up and we thought the match might end soon. Don't worry, we will be catching up with the women too. In fact, we've given them quite a lot of coverage so far. The last broadcast was all just with Davina and Abbie. And at the start of this broadcast, we brought you a couple of holes of the Women's English Amateur Championship with the games, all of them so tightly packed. We thought we'd race up towards the men's because it looks like this game is going to finish first. So we're going to run back and close out with the Women's English Amateur Championship. So if you are tuning in to watch the women, don't worry, it is going to be in this broadcast. Stay with us as well because we will keep feeding you updates. We broadcast the whole tournament off one camera, so unfortunately we can't keep switching it backwards and forward, but we can keep you up to speed with exactly what is going on out on the course for the Women's English Amateur Championship, and you will see the climax of that live as well. Don't worry, Women's English Amateur Championship soon. As soon as this finishes up, we'll race back and catch up with both Abbie and Davina all the way to the finish there too. This is nicely poised as well. Abbie 1 up so far, and in this game Joe Sullivan 2 up now as we start to get towards the closing stages here. We're on the 15th. It's been a gruelling contest between these two players. At one point Joe had a 4-hole advantage. That was wiped out as we stood on, well, almost wiped out, I should say. It's not totally true, it wasn't completely wiped out. But George Ash pulled it back to just be 1 down and Joe just 1 up. And though Joe got the better here at 14, he now moves to 2 up as we head towards the 15th green. So more comments coming in. Do comment. We can see your comments. We'll show them. Look, now it's getting shorter. It is a nail biter. It really, really is this, isn't it? We just don't have a clue which way it's going to go. It's a real thriller here at Lindrick, as is the women's as well. Like I said, we will catch up with them shortly too. So don't go anywhere. You're going to see action from both the men's and women's. You'll see the winning shots. You'll see all the emotions as they happen live. So do stick around this Sunday afternoon. Where on earth else would you rather be? And look at it, beautiful. So that's my first time actually up at this particular hole. That is absolutely glorious, isn't it? So Abbie Teasdale on the women's side stays 1 up through 30 now. Here is Joe Sullivan. Second shot, par 4. Oh, has it just gone a little bit short there? It has. And George is just going to take a little walk down and he thinks it could be another opportunity here. Huge day for these players. We've seen the 2021 champion John Goff go on to huge things. In fact, he ended up winning the Spanish Amateur Championships too. Come back. And it is a very good shot. taking their time here. Joe Sullivan 2 up in this match. If he can halve this hole, I don't think he's going to win it from here unless this goes in. Then he could technically win the tournament at the next hole. Oh, it's a great effort. So George Ash, an opportunity to win the hole now. Oh, agonising. I think he knew it as soon as he hit it too. So he takes it away. So Joe Sullivan to make this to half the hole and head to 16 with an opportunity to win the tournament. Makes it, so we head to 16. It's still Joe Sullivan 2 up, and if he wins 16 he wins the tournament. Now just before we head over there, actually, in fact this is probably a good place to film from. There's a couple over there just painting the entrance to their driveway. Rather nice house, isn't it? And what I thought would have been quite funny is all the galleries watching up for just started applauding them for all their hard work, but obviously not. But yeah, they have a rather nice house, don't they, over there? But let's turn our attention back to 16, shall we? And it is George Ash and Joe Sullivan. Joe Sullivan with the white cap. He is 2 up now. If he wins this hole, he is the English amateur champion for 2022. That is what is at stake. So now we come to the first opportunity to see our first champion here this week.
Give you a tap on shoulder.
A blind tee shot for us here, so I can't tell you where it's gone, but I'm not hearing any round of applause from anyone. And he pulls out driver. It's gone left. Oh, it's gone well left. George Ash hits his drive left and he could be in trouble. He's not going to hit a provisional, but first opportunity for Joe Sullivan to win the tournament. If he wins the hole, he wins the tournament. It's that simple. So George Ashe cannot afford to lose this one. We'll grab the buggy, make our way up behind the players and just get a feel for their body language and just have a bit of a watch as they make their way up, see how they're feeling. They've played so much golf this week. This is round 6 of the match play event alone. There was stroke play too, so you can imagine and you can appreciate they must be absolutely exhausted. So, sorry, apologies, round 1 was the stroke play, but you can appreciate they've played a lot of golf so far. They had to play both the quarterfinals and semi-finals yesterday. They've so far, this is their second set of 18. It's their 34th tournament hole today alone. I don't know about you, but when I play, I get to about 16 and I start to get tired, let alone 34. Now I think we've found George's ball okay. But look at the galleries. I mean, I'm not joking when I say, I'm not being over dramatic or anything when I say I actually think I see more people here than I've seen at numerous DP World Tour events. That's not to knock the DP World Tour at all, because I thoroughly enjoy the events, but it just goes to show how important these events are and the level of good health that the game finds itself in. If you do want to find out more about England golf, there is a link in the body of this broadcast. Do give it a click. It will take you through. You can find out more about so much about iGolf, handicap systems, you name it. Finding out how to get into golf. If you're watching this and feel a little bit inspired, then why not? And if you do want to have your say, if you want to have your comments shown on screen here, we are currently looking at the men's English Amateur Championship final. We'll catch up with the women's shortly as well. But if you do want to have your say, head over to Live Sport now on YouTube. We've got so much live sport to bring you in 2022, including plenty more live golf for you. Make sure you hit subscribe and you can have your say. So George in trouble again, just like he was at 14. He did hit an incredible shot out of the rough though, so can he do it again? Joe Sullivan in a very, in fact Joe Sullivan's in the light rough as well, just ahead of him. So could that be a bit of a reprieve? It's a solid shot out, isn't it? It's about the best he could hope for, really. He's going to stop well before that big bunker, and he's going to have a nice approach shot in. Now, it's a case of what can Joe Sullivan do? He's got still in the rough, but he's got a far better lie. That's a great shot from Joe. He's safely got a nice approach shot in, although we know George can put this close, so it's advantage Joe Sullivan in this hole, but George is far from out of this. Winning the hole might be a bit of a stretch, but he just needs to square it to take it to 17. Just to reiterate, if Joe Sullivan wins here, the 16th hole, 34th tournament hole they'll have played against each other today. He will become the English amateur champion, so there's a lot on the line. He's in a very strong position too now. We're going to down, probably up a little bit, probably here to rust through as we make our way down. We'll stop here and catch George's shot, because we go for inside, we might end up getting hit. And we don't want to do that. We certainly don't want to be the ones who cause any of the issues here. It's just trickled off the back of the green for George Ash. So what it does mean is it's unlikely that Joe Sullivan now has a shot to win the English Amateur Championship. That's what it means. If he can hold out from there, he'll become champion. A long shot, admittedly, but possible. There's a quarry just off to our left, and it does say danger, quarry edge. I'll try not to drive us down there. If you are watching, as we've said a few times, and you want to know how the women are getting on, don't worry, we will be catching up with them as soon as this match reaches its end, and we'll go back and all the way to the finish with Abbie Teasdale and Davina Xanh. That is next, so stick around. Joe Sullivan has an outside opportunity here to take the title. If he chips this in, he is the winner. Joe Sullivan from Royal Ashdown Forest up against the home favourite, the Yorkshireman, George Ash. It's a great shot. It really is, and it puts a lot of pressure on George. Both players have taken 3 shots to get to here. So this is George Ash's 4th. Oh, he's run away. So Joe Sullivan with his second opportunity to win the English Amateur Championship. Oh, and he misses. George has to sink this to take it to 17. Pressure is huge. Miss. And Sullivan wins. There he goes. So we head to 17. Sullivan stays 2 up though as we head to 17. So again, it's still a huge advantage of Sullivan. All he needs to do is halve the hole when he wins the tournament here. But George Ashe lives to fight for one more day here. And he stays in the fight. Now we've got the women just coming down at 14 as well, Abbie Teasdale and Davina Xanh. You might just be able to see them just opposite, as we are going to stick with the men for now because it could end here at 17. George Ashe has to win this hole. It's another par 4 and he's got to win it. If he doesn't, confirmation for the women as well, by the way. Abbie Teasdale in the distance over on 14th, and she's still 1 up against Davina Xanh. We are going to go straight to the women's final as soon as we've finished here with the men. It could well end at this hole. If it ends all square here, Sullivan will be champion. He's 2 up with 2 to play. What do you do now if you're George Ashe? You can't afford a mistake, and yet you've got to take a risk. It's gone right from George. The caller 4 right, it's gone right for George Ashe at a crucial moment. George Mason there with his hand on his head. Could that be the tee shot that undoes all of George Ashe's hard work? Well, we're going to find out. He's not out of this yet. He had a relatively poor tee shot at 16, but managed to halve the hole, although that is not good enough this time. You are looking Abbie Teasdale there, going toe to toe with Davina Xanh. That is the Women's English Amateur Championship. Don't worry, we're going to follow that on very closely, very shortly. But we'll just watch the action here, and that sounded like it might be another move for Abbie Teasdale. We'll double check the leaderboard as soon as we find out. Has she just moved 2 up as well as they make their way to the 15th tee? Don't worry, we're going to catch up here with the men. Again, let's just pop that live leaderboard up onto the screen so you can get official confirmation for yourself as to how things are going out here. We're outside Worksop Lindrick Golf Club. Big thank you to Worksop Golf Club as well. They've been co-hosts this week, both courses, both clubs, and a big thank you to all the staff because they have been absolutely exemplary all week. It has been a real pleasure, and what a day we are having here for the English Amateur Championship, both the men's and women's. We're currently now with the men's. We're here at 17 and it's Joe Sullivan. He is 2 up with 2 to play. I think George Ash shovel right too. I'm just going to go. Oh, he's not in that much trouble. See his ball over there on the right. Let's take that leaderboard down whilst we're here now, and not as much, nowhere near as much trouble as we thought George Ash might be in, so certainly not out of this. So Abbie's still 1 up. I think it might have been to have half the hole and save it. I didn't see where that landed. Don't know if you did you, Leon? No, me neither. But it's not on the green. So Joe Sullivan, good opportunity here. Can he take this one home? He looks good. He doesn't look happy, but I think it's good. Yeah, it is a good shot. It's on the green, safely on the green, and surely now all he's got to do is tap it home, and he'll become the English Amateur Champion for 2022 for the men's side. A bit of a bumpy ride down here at 17. I still don't know where George Ash's ball ended up. But we'll go get ourselves up to the green. And it looks like he went left. Lovely shot from George Ash. Oh, it is a great shot. It might just be a little bit too little too late. But still a little bit of work for Joe to do. Puts this close or holds it, he's the champion. Still a little bit of work to do here. I think he would have liked it another 6-7 inches or so closer. And now a huge putt for George. This has to go in. And he concedes, and he knows it. And Joe Sullivan is your 2022 English Amateur Champion. Let's jump in and grab a quick word very quickly with everybody. George, commiserations, by the way, fantastic stuff. I'll let you go anyway. Great to see you though, George. Congratulations, making it to the final. Joe, well, what do you say? How does this sound? 2022 English Amateur Champion.
I'm speechless. I am speechless, honestly. I wouldn't have believed it at the start of the week. But yeah, I'm really chuffed. I am. You had to work hard for that, didn't you? There was a moment where George pulled 3 holes back in a row. How were you feeling then? To be honest, the nerves got to me then. I mean, he made par on 11 and then 2 birdies in a row, which are good birdies on 12 and 13. Yeah. But I knew it was going to be a tough grind. You know, it's English Amateur final. You know, you're not going to have it easy, are you? So. And I've never seen such big crowds before either. And of course, they weren't against you as such. But George is from Yorkshire. We're in Yorkshire. So how did you handle that? Yeah, it was tough. I felt like I only had 3 supporters out there. But yeah, I mean, probably 100 or so in the crowd, and most of them were towards him. But I kind of like that, to be honest. Are you aware? Are you obviously aware that they're there? But do you just zone out from it and just get on with your own game? I think that's what I was trying to do, to be honest. And obviously it worked. So. Well, look, you've still got some stuff. You've got to go sign your scorecard. Joe Sullivan, the 2022 English Amateur Champion. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Right, good stuff indeed. We'll let him go off, get his photos and things like that. I think George is just feeling a little bit emotional there. He's played so well. Let's just give congratulations to George Ash as well. Make no bones about this, reaching the final is an incredible achievement. They have had to play so much golf, but he is absolutely devastated, is George. But I can tell you something, he shouldn't be. He should be incredibly proud of himself. Right, that is it for the men's. Congratulations, the English Amateur Championship for the men's is over. Huge congratulations to Joe Sullivan. Let's go get ourselves back up to the women. I know there's a lot of people tuning in who really want to catch up with how the women are going on. Abbie Teasdale, she is 1 up at the minute against Davina Xanh, so let's go catch up there. Let's pop that live leaderboard on the screen whilst we make our way straight up to the, I think there, we might actually be on the 16th now, so we'll run up to the 16th. Let's go get ourselves you won't be able to see it on screen, but I can tell you George Mason is giving him a little bit of a hug there and everything. Just leave the leaderboard on screen. I'm just going to go give him a bit of a handshake and stuff.
No, don't worry, mate. No, I've just come to say, well done. Oh, you've got to be proud of yourself. To get to the final with some achievement.
Cheers.
Well done. Right, let's get ourselves up to the 16th, I think, now. And let's see how the Women's English Amateur Championship is going to finish. George Besson feeling very emotional at the minute, but as I said, he should be feeling very proud of himself. So we have one champion crowned. Who's it going to be now? Abbie Teasdale or Davina Xanh? Let's go find out. We're going to stay with the women all the way to the finish as well. We do make our way up whilst we catch up and find out where they are. England Golf, big advocates of growing the game, certainly at junior level too. So we've got the video to play for you about what England Golf are doing to grow the junior game. Roll VT.
Increasing the profile of golf in schools and communities.
Supporting the transition from programmes into club-based activity.
Developing the workforce, supporting junior golf.
The junior landscape through improved data and insight.
Ensure all counties, affiliated clubs and facilities are Safe Golf accredited and explore provision for other providers.
To drive equality and equity in junior golf with our stakeholders.
Strengthen the junior governance structure within counties and clubs.
Increase the visibility of junior golf.
Provide support to counties and clubs for recruitment and retention of juniors.
Identify the workforce supporting junior provision and provide relevant training and education.
Increase connectivity with the workforce supporting junior golf.
Collaborate with Golf Foundation and other key industry organisations supporting junior golf.
Create opportunities within communities for more juniors to experience the game of golf.
Support clubs and design initiatives and programmes to be more accessible to a diverse range of juniors.
Promote the benefits of golf to juniors and their families.
Align with the Women and Girls strategy to inspire more girls to play golf.
Develop greater access for disabled people.
Change the perceptions of junior golf within clubs and counties.
Support talent development through a clear participation pathway.
Provides inclusive and accessible championships and competitions for junior golfers.
Giving young people a platform to inspire the next generation of junior golfers.
So welcome back everybody, here we are for the final of the Women's English Amateur Championship. There is Abbie Teasdale in the white scorch. She's just hit her shot here at 16. Is it going to run on? It's just off to the right, but it's a very, very good shot indeed. Davina is just walking down to her ball a little bit further on, or so, another 10 yards further on. Can she get onto the green, get close? Pin is cut back left. I can tell you this one is teed up perfectly. Abbie Teasdale and Davina Xanh, they are tied at the minute. They are all square here at the 34th hole. Can someone break the deadlock here? Davina's just taking her time. Good shot. It's going to get a good kick, is it? It's not going to make it, but two excellent shots there from Abbie and Davina. Sets this game up on a knife edge. Joe Sullivan, yeah. Finished up, but still the equally important matter of the women's English amateur championship here, and it's all square. It could not be any tighter. If you are watching, hello, welcome. Do tell us, we can see your comments, tell us where you're watching from this afternoon. This could still go on for quite some time, this match. It's all square through 33. This is the 34th of 36, although if it's still tied at the end of 18, we will go to a playoff. Davina. Oh. Looks like a roll, it's still going. I think it's come to a stop now. is Abbie. But it's not going to go any further. It's still not a bad effort though. Are we going to stay at deadlock here on hole 34 of this final, the Women's English Amateur Championship? It's in. Oh. So there we go. Late in the day, Abbie makes a move and she goes one up with just 2 to play. So technically she could win it here at 17. So Abbie Teasdale goes one up with 2 to play here in the Women's English Amateur Championship final. So going to a different tee than I thought they were going to actually, but here we go. I might just move the buggy out the way. So Teasdale with a chance here. To wrap things up at the 17th, just like Joe Sullivan has done in the men's. If she wins the hole, she wins the Women's English Amateur Championship. And so on the tee here, Abbie Teasdale one up from Royal Fremantle, going up against Davina Xanh from Mendip Springs. What a final it's been so far. There's been literally nothing to choose between the two. Davina's had the lead, Abbie's had the lead, they've been all square, but now it is Abbie Teasdale with an opportunity here at 17 to become champion. And it looks a lovely shot from Abbie, I think, as well. What can Davina do? Fairway wood in hand. So we make our way down at 17th. Is this the final hole of the tournament? Well, we're going to find out very shortly. Can Davina, if she halves the hole or wins it, we head to 18. It's quite simple. If Abbie Teasdale wins the hole, she wins the match. That is how it goes. It is the final of the Women's English Amateur Championship. We've just seen drama in the men's side of the draw with Joe Sullivan taking the win here at 17. Can Abbie do the same and record a 2-1 victory as well? We'll race our way down green side as well. It's a lovely hole here at 17, isn't it? Sweeps down to the left. A lovely par 4 here. Certainly gettable. And look at Davina and Abbie's balls. They are literally arrow straight towards each other, aren't they? You could probably just put a straight line between them. I'm not sure whose went further, but look at that. Pretty impressive stuff. We're going to go. Oh, we'll stay here. We'll stay. And the clouds starting to loom again a little bit here. We're in South Yorkshire up at Lindrick Golf Club, just outside Worksop. Big thank you to Lindrick. And of course, Worksop Golf Club just up the road. Both clubs have done an incredible job hosting the English Amateur Championships for 2022. We've thoroughly enjoyed broadcasting live here today as well. A lot of you have been tuning in. Do have your say, do comment. We want to hear from you. And if you want to find out more about England Golf, you can. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. It'll take you straight through to the England Golf website, englandgolf.org. If you want to watch even more live golf closer to the action than anybody else, even the DP World Tour, the PGA to get you, then do subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. It's called Live Sport Now. There is a link also in the broadcast. If you comment on that channel too, in the chat section, we can show your comment on screen. How cool is that? So if you want to have your say, please, please, please do comment. And if you want to have your screen shown to everybody watching, your comment shown to everybody watching, then we'll put it on screen, obviously if it's clean. The girls are taking their time, and rightly so. This is finely poised. There is a lot on the line. Congratulations to Joe Sullivan, who 20 minutes or so ago claimed the Men's English Amateur Championship. Congratulations, George Ashow, for making the final. I don't think people realise how difficult it is just to reach the final. He took it all the way to the 35th hole. It's some achievement. Up first, I think that looks good. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, it's just trickled off the back of the green. So I tell you, if Abbie can go close here, this will put tremendous pressure. It's a round of applause, but I didn't actually see where it went. I don't think it rested on the green, did it? It did, thank you, Leon. Yes, it's on the green. So, advantage Abbie here. As we make our way down. Good galleries here watching the women's, sticking around for the women's English Amateur Championship final as well. They should too. What a day we've had. Hundreds and hundreds of people in attendance watching. Has been free to attend. You can always come down. And there's Abbie giving a bit of a wave to the camera as well. That's what we like to see. She's certainly in good spirits. So this is the 35th hole they've played today. I think I would probably be crawling down the fairway by now. We make our way up towards the green again. Are we going to see another victor at 17, or are we going to head to the 18th? Who knows? Well, we won't have to wait very long to find out. And will we go beyond? We have to have a winner. And Davina's not in a bad place either. Interestingly, Davina's decided to chip this one. I think I might have a putter. She's very confident in a short game. If I believe correctly, this is an opportunity for Abbie to win the tournament. If she does hold this, she'll be the Women's 2022 English Amateur Champion. Oh, she's missed it. It was a great effort though. She was confident on pace. She takes it away. And Davina has to sink this. Otherwise Abbie is still chanting, so another opportunity for it to be 1 at 18, but Davina, putter in hand, she's got to make this one stick. She does, we head to 18. And she does sink it. So we head to 18, and Abbie Teasdale stays 1 up with 1 to play. So I think she's going to have a little bit of practice actually. Half the hole or win it, and Abbie Teasdale is your champion. Davina Xanh has to win 18. If she does, we go to a playoff. If she doesn't, Abbie Teasdale's a champion. So we'll follow the crowds through. The sun has just decided to come out quite nicely as well now. It is really quite warm when the sun comes out.
Just let them go through, otherwise I lose signal in the tunnel.
Oh, we're going back through the tunnel, it looks like. So we'll just head on up. Whilst we let them walk through, we've got to go back under a tunnel, you see, so we risk losing signal. So hopefully people will hurry up a little bit and go through. Whilst they do, we did have the pleasure of catching up with Abbie at the end of her first set of 18 earlier today. It feels like such a long time ago now, doesn't it? So let's hear from Abbie Teasdale after she finished her first set of 18, and she was actually 1 down at this point. Roll VT. Quick word, that's exactly how you wanted to finish the first set of 18, a little bit of momentum building for the second 18. How was it out there?
Yeah, I struggled a bit with my iron shots, but hopefully this afternoon will be better.
Yeah, I mean, you've learned a lot, I imagine, from the whole week, I imagine. What has it been like? Because you have to play a lot of golf just to get here, don't you?
Yeah, no, I played back in Australia, I played the WA Amateur. It's just exactly the same as this, so I'm kind of used to it, but it's good to be playing in England.
There's been a lot of support for you back
Thank
in
you.
Australia. Would you like to say anything to anybody out there?
Oh, I just want to thank everybody, especially my home club, because they've done amazing stuff for me. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Fantastic. Well, look, I'll let you go get some rest, get something to eat, and we'll see you for the next set of 18. Best of luck. There we go. So welcome back, everybody, as we make our way to the 18th, back underneath the tunnel again. I just had actually that it was built by Lindrick Golf Club, that tunnel, at their own expense. Thanks, chaps. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And so a lovely hole here. It's actually a par 3 to finish. And what a sight, by the way, that is. What a finishing hole this. And we've caught up just in time too. So Abbie Teasdale here, halves the hole, wins the match, wins the hole, wins the match, loses the hole, goes to a playoff. That is what is at stake here right now. The Women's English Amateur Championship coming down to the wire. I think it looks good. It's on the green, right side, but it's a good shot. It's fairly safe. I think she'll like to be in a little bit further over to the left, but I think it's on the green. That's all you can ask for when all you've got to do is half the hole. Pressure on Davina Xanh now. She's got to put this one close. Just a reminder, this is the final. It's the 36th hole. Abbie Teasdale is at 1 up. Davina Xanh has to win the hole, otherwise Abbie Teasdale is the Women's 2022 English Amateur Champion. I think it might have gone left. No, it's okay. Safely on the green. So it's going to come down to the putter here. As we come down to the final stages of the 2022 English Amateur Championships, the men's has been wrapped up and Joe Sullivan is your champion. For the women, it's going to be either Abbie Teasdale or Davina Xanh, but it's a big advantage at the minute to Abbie Teasdale. We are on 18 right now, the par 3 to finish. Both players find the green with their tee shots. Roughly equal distance. I think Davina is ever so slightly closer, but you sense she's probably going to have to hold that if she's going to win the hole and keep this going to a playoff. If we do, straight into a playoff up at the first, and we keep going until we have a winner. Park at the back of the screen actually, so we're out of everyone's sight. That's his confirmation there, George, Ash and Joe Sullivan. Joe Sullivan actually won 3 in 1. I didn't realise he won the 17th as well. So here we go. Abbie Teasdale, she has a chance to win. Sink this and she wins. Ooh. It's a good effort. It's close. I think if needs be, she might feel confident to hold that. Now here we go, Davina Xanh with a chance to take this to a playoff. She holds this, she wins the hole, and we go back to the first. It's going to be short. It's a very good putt though. Under normal circumstances, you'd be very pleased with that. She takes it away, and so now there's a bit of pressure on here, because if Abbie doesn't hold this, we go to a playoff. It's that simple. Is this the winning moment? Abbie Teasdale to win the 2022 Women's English Amateur Championship. And there it goes. And Abbie Teasdale is your champion. Let's go see if we can grab a quick word. Abbie, before you run off, very cool. I won't keep you long because I know you don't want to keep long, but how does this sound, the Women's English Amateur Champion for 2022?
I don't even know what to say, I'm shaking.
How fast was your heart beating for that part there?
So fast, I was like literally like this, I don't know how to hold it.
Now what a contest it's been between you and Davina, it really, really has. There's been nothing to choose between you at all. How have you stayed so focused?
Well, I was 3 down. I started off really bad the second 18, but then my buggy actually broke down and my brother offered to carry my bag, so I think
that
helped.
who it is, your brother? Yes.
Yeah, having somebody there just helped a lot and I just played a lot better.
How are you feeling right now? Tell me your emotions.
I don't know.
Well, I suppose you haven't really had time to sink in. Look, go on, go celebrate. Congratulations, Abbie Teasdale there, the Women's 2022 English Amateur Champion. Look at that. I wonder if we could just grab a quick word, very quick word with Davina as well. I know she's sometimes a little bit shy in front of the camera. Davina, I was wondering if we could just grab a very quick word. That was incredible, by the way. Congratulations on making it to the final, but you went right to the wire with it, didn't you?
Yeah.
How was it out there today?
It got really intense, and then obviously in the afternoon it was playing more difficult, the wind picked up, and it was just tight the whole way round.
How do you feel though? I mean, it's such an achievement just to get this far. You've had to play so much golf.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have made it this far.
Fantastic.
It's just a shame I couldn't go all the way, but...
Big step in your career though, Davina. We've followed you quite closely over the last few years. Congratulations. I think you might need to go talk to people and have photos, and well done anyway. Congratulations for making it through to the final. Right, there we go. More media duties for Davina too. In fact, just come with me because let's have a quick look at the trophies. I don't know how long it's going to take before they're going to go into all the formalities. I don't think we're going to have a chance to bring it live. But here,
Really good match.
yes, that was fantastic, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Here are the trophies, as you can see as well. This has been what is at stake. It's a game changer. It's a life-changing day, almost career-changing, certainly, for these players. Abbie Teasdale is the 2022 Women's English Amateur Champion. Joe Sullivan is the 2022 Men's English Amateur Champion. That's the ladies' trophy. There is the men's as well. They've got to go through all the formalities, etc., like they have to do. Got to sign a scorecard to get in, make sure everything's official. It's going to be quite some time before we get to this, but what a day it has been here at Lintrick. We're going to cut off now. Really hope you have enjoyed it. Congratulations to everybody. What an exemplary display of golf we have seen live here today. I've been your host, Ian Waterhouse from Live Sport Now. I really hope you've enjoyed the coverage, and as always, until next time, drive safely. Thanks for watching.
I love it. I got into it. It harnessed my competitive nature. I cannot recommend it highly enough.
The sound of a club hitting the ball is right up there, and now I absolutely love it.
Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a video, you absolute golf life legend.
Welcome back to Farnham Golf Club, and this is now the final showdown.
young ambassadors here at the England Amateur Championships. So excited to be here, and I'm going to be taking over the England golf page to take from my perspective what I'm seeing out here on this beautiful course today.